they are right there. They don't want to talk about it. They are a disaster. But that's okay. The people understand, and that's all that really matters when you get right down to it. Going forward, we'll build on the system to create a stockpile that is not only the best resourced in the world, but also evolves to meet all of the new threats that can happen, things that you're not even thinking about right now. We'll continue to partner with American industry and distributors like you to help manage and rotate our vastly expanded inventory. The final step in rebuilding the stockpile is to bring critical manufacturing permanently back to America. Wouldn't that be nice, right? We're doing it, and we've been doing it. My goal is to produce everything America needs for ourselves and then export to the world, and that includes medicines. It's very important. Too reliant on other countries. And I've been saying that for a long time, long before I became elected president, right? He knows, he's been hearing it. To this end, earlier today, I signed an executive order, just signed it, invoking the Defense Production Act to grant new authority to the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation. Just a little while on the plan. This federal agency normally invests in economic development projects in other countries. I said, how about investing in our country? We invest in other countries. Globalists, you know what a globalist is? They want the globe to do well, but they don't care about us. Now, we want everybody to do well, but we have to take care of America first. It's got to be America first. And you know what? Other countries say their country first. Why wouldn't they do that? But we didn't do that. We had a bunch of globalists. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. But under my order, it will now also invest in our country, helping to bring vital factories, pharmaceutical producers, and most importantly, jobs back home where they belong. Now, we had the greatest economy in the world. We had the best job numbers we've ever had. We had almost 160 million people working. We were never even close to that. The best unemployment numbers we've ever had. African American, Asian American, Hispanic American had the best job numbers in history, in the history of our country. They never did so well. Best income numbers, best stock market numbers, 401k numbers. The good part is the stock markets, because we know what we're doing. The stock market's ready to move. Never went down like a lot of people say, well, it's 23, 24,000. It was 29,000. It never went down like people would have assumed, because they know what's happening. They know, smart people, a lot of smart people, they know what's going to happen. We're going to have an amazing next year, one of our best. But we had the greatest year ever, and then we had to turn it off, artificially induced. We had to turn it off. And if we didn't do that, we would have lost 2 million people instead of, whether it's 95,000, 100,000, one is too many, but we would have lost 2 million people, maybe more than that, maybe somewhat less. But think of it, even if it was a little less, multiply what we have by 20 or by 15 wouldn't be acceptable, wouldn't be sustainable. People would have said, what's going on over here? Multiply as bad as you've seen it. And you know, you can say what you want about the flu, but I've never lost anybody to the flu that I knew. I mean, I've had people, friends, they have the flu and they're sick, they don't feel good. And you call up, how you doing? You know, 3 days, 2 days, a week later, they're fine. Nobody ever said they died. But I've lost 5 people that I know. 2 people were very good friends of mine. And you call up 2 days later, how are they doing? Sir, they're in a coma. I said, they're in a coma. Now, they were older. I wouldn't say they were the greatest of health. I wouldn't say their weight was perfect. Not perfect. But they're gone. So it's just a terrible, terrible thing. In my administration, we believe in 2 beautiful rules: buy American and hire American.
Các bạn đang nghe Tổng thống Donald Trump thăm và phát biểu tại Trung tâm phân phối thiết bị y tế Owens Minor ở Pennsylvania.
And nobody has ever done. We've done double what anyone else. If you add up all of the countries in the world, we've done more testing than all.
Tổng thống Donald Trump một lần nữa khẳng định là các nước của chúng ta, nước Mỹ đã làm những cái test về COVID-19 là nhiều nhất trên thế giới.
or great companies came up with things, Abbott Laboratories and so many others. They came up
Như
with
những
things that
ông
Roche,
cũng khen tặng những
they
cái
came up with
công ty
things
đã
that
giúp
nobody
cho
even
chính phủ
believes. So we have
trong
the
việc
best
phát
testing
triển
in the
những
world.
cái trang thiết bị
Could be
y
the
tế
testings, frankly,
cũng như là về kiểm tra sức khỏe, về
overrated.
kiểm tra về
Maybe it
coronavirus.
is overrated. But whatever they start yelling, we want more, we want more. You know, they always say, we want more, because they don't want to give you credit. Then we do more, and they say, we want more. But we have the greatest testing in the world. But what we want is we want to get rid of this thing. That's what we want. We want to get rid of this thing. This afternoon, I also have great news on that testing. America has now conducted its 10 millionth test. That's as of yesterday afternoon.
Nước Mỹ
10
đã
million
có
tests. 10 million.
10 triệu
And CVS has just committed to
test
establish up to
về
1,000
coronavirus.
new coronavirus testing sites by the end of this month. And the 10 millionth will go up very, very rapidly. And don't forget, we have more cases than anybody in the world. But why? Because we do more testing. When you test, you have a case. When you test, you find something is
Nước
wrong.
Mỹ nhiều
If
ca
we
nhiễm
didn't
nhất
do
thế
any
giới, tại
testing,
vì
we
chúng
would have
ta
very few
kiểm
cases.
tra về coronavirus nhiều nhất trên thế giới. Chúng ta càng kiểm tra nhiều thì ca nhiễm càng cao, điều đó là dĩ nhiên.
Many times. South Korea, you hear about? I spoke with the president of South Korea, spoke with many different presidents, prime ministers. They can't believe what we've been able to do on testing. They can't believe what we've been able to do on ventilators. We're sending them ventilators. Other countries, Italy, Spain,
Chúng ta
other
cũng
countries, France is having
gửi
tremendous
đến
problems.
các nước
We're helping them with
để giúp
ventilators.
họ về
They
cái
can't
máy
believe the
thở
job
như là
we're
Ý
doing.
chẳng hạn.
And it's not me, it's the people, all of these people, but it's the people that are doing it, and they have to be given the proper credit for what they've done, because what they did is a miracle. No other country in the world has done what we've done. And they feel very free now to call us because they need help, especially with the ventilators, because that's hard. That's not a cotton swab. That's a very hard thing.
Nhiều nước trên thế giới đã nhờ sự giúp đỡ chúng ta về
Joining us today
nhiều
are
vấn
a
đề y
few
tế,
of the
chẳng hạn như
workers who
về
have
máy
kept our
thở.
hospital supplied through this crisis and take part in a great, great rebuilding that's going forward. I say it's the transition to greatness. The transition is the third quarter. The fourth quarter is going to do very well. And next year is going to be through the roof. We have to get your governor of Pennsylvania to start opening up a little bit. You have areas of Pennsylvania that are barely affected, and they want to keep them closed. Can't do that. Dennis DiCarlo is a Marine Corps veteran who served our country in the Gulf War and Somalia. Now he continues that spirit of service as an operations supervisor. And Dennis, please come up and say a few words. Come, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to first start by saying thank you to all my teammates out there. We've had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and I want to say thank you to you guys. You guys are the ones who did this, so thank you. I know we're in a crisis situation with our country, and people have asked me how it's changed. For us, it's almost with little modifications. It's day-to-day business for us as dealing with the medical supplies. But I feel the one emphasis is on the seriousness. Whenever you're dealing with the medical field, it's a serious thing, but it's exponentially grown with what we're dealing with now. And if we make a mistake, it's amplified. So,
yeah. I think you've done a fantastic job. They don't like it. Do you like him? Thank you. Hey, Dennis, thank you. Good job. Good man. Give him a hand. Come on. I could see they like you, Dennis. They were told to be very low-key when you walked up. They said, we don't care. We're clapping for Dennis. Thank you. I saw what went on there. Eric Yost is a distribution teammate who's now in his 26th year with Owens Minor. And he says he has never been prouder of your work right here in Allentown. We love Allentown. I love Allentown. Eric, please come up.
Wow, wait a minute, I'm like short. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, I want to thank you also. If it wouldn't be for this great team of Owens and Minors all over the nations, we wouldn't be here today. I want to thank you all. Thank you again. The 26 years that I've been here, we started off kind of small back when Stewart was transitioning over to Owens and Minors. To make a long story short, we started with little stickers. And modern technology today revolved to where we have RFs, and we're better to equip the hospitals a lot quicker and pick it, receive it real fast. And then when this coronavirus came into place, we had to really react, and we did a great job on that. I mean, think about all them numbers that the president threw out there. I mean, that's a phenomenal job. We brought it into this buildings. We got it in, we got it out, we got it to the hospitals that were in dire need of all this. And my hat definitely goes off to all you guys. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Good honor. That's great. Thank you very much. Carol Tim.
Các bạn có thể thấy là những người lên phát biểu sẽ đánh đứng xa Tổng thống Donald Trump một khoảng cách là 6 feet.
Please come on. Thank you, Carol.
It's an honor to share the stage with you. It really is. And I think everybody knows I've been so excited about your visit. I'm the safety training coordinator, and my job is to make sure everybody goes home at the end of the day, which is very important to everyone's family. It's important to America because it's important for these people to show up the next day, because these are the unsung heroes that save lives every day, and they do it humbly. Mr. President, I wish you could have been here when we get the order to start transporting the masks and the gowns and everything that needs to go out to these hospitals. When that order came in, teammates from all different shifts just stopped without hesitation, and they flowed like magic in this facility. It was amazing to be able to see that, and they did phenomenal. And you mentioned about their hours. They don't stop working until the job's done, because everything they do today saves a life tomorrow. So they're awesome, awesome Americans. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you, Carol. Great job. And you're really blessed in this state with some tremendous congressmen who really worked hard, been really incredible teammates. Sean Parnell is going to be fantastic too. I hope that all works out. But he's an outstanding person. But they really work very hard, and I can say that some don't and some do. The state, you have a lot of hard workers, so you're very well represented. But I want to thank you all, because for generations, American greatness was made, forged, and won in places like Bethlehem, Easton. It's the home of Larry Holmes, right? Larry Holmes. Is he still in Easton? Oh, good. Well, say hello. He was some fighter, huh? He used to talk about Easton. That's great. Say hello to Larry. And Allentown, your ancestors in this region are the patriots who mined the coal, loaded the rail cars, and poured the steel that built our biggest cities and raised our tallest towers. I built some of them. This is the places where it starts. In the 20th century, Pennsylvania workers helped put America on top of the world. Now we're reclaiming our heritage as a nation of manufacturers. You saw how good those numbers were, going up, up, up. We're going to have an interruption, but you watch what happens starting in the fourth quarter, probably starting in the third quarter a little bit, transition quarter. But you'll be, we're going to be bigger and better than ever. We've learned a lot. We've also learned not to rely on others so much. Let's do it ourselves. Let's build it ourselves. Let's make it ourselves. But you're going to be a nation of manufacturers, and Pennsylvania workers will once again, you're going to lead the way. With your help, we will vanquish the virus. We're going to vanquish the plague. I call it the plague because that's what it is. We'll get our nation back to work, and we will build our glorious future with American hands and American grit and American pride. you have heart. I want to thank you to everyone at Owens and Minor. I want to thank you for this great area of the world. As I told you, I think of Fred, my brother Fred. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi. Tổng thống Trump đã kết thúc cái buổi thăm viếng của Đại Trung tâm Phân phối Y tế Owens Minor. Trân trọng chào các bạn.